Back in 2020, I had former CNN pundit Marc Lamont Hill on my show, which was then on PragerU. I want you to keep in mind when I show you this clip that at this point in time, Marc Lamont Hill was a professor at Temple University. So he was qualified to teach students. You send your kid to university, and they could have encountered Marc Lamont Hill at Temple University campus. He was an educator, assumption that he was quite educated. I asked him some very basic biological questions about the differences between males and females, and he seemed to get a little bit tripped up. Here is how he responded. It has now come to a point where if you say that only women can give birth, you are called a bigot. That is crazy. That's nuts. If you say, like J.K. Rowling did when she got canceled by the Harry Potter cast, that only women can menstruate, okay? Can men get their period? Can you help my audience? Can men get their period?
Some can.
Okay.
Yeah, trans men. There's some trans men who can. And again, I think it's okay to ask interesting questions. I think it's okay to have intellectual debates. But I don't think that we ever want to enter a space where we deny the humanity. I'm not saying you are, but to deny the humanity or the experiences of other people.
You could see he just honestly, I was rendered into silence, just very much clearly stated that he believed that men could get their period. And I was just aghast at the fact that I was sitting across from a university professor who said that unflinchingly. And his point there is all about compassion. So that is really the debate. Have we been, and when I say we, I mean conservatives, have we been denying humanity, or have others been denying reality? Well, I can tell you that social media companies took his side in that debate over the years. They began mandating compassion, really. Compassion, I'm putting that in air quotations because that's always the excuse. It's about being compassionate and understanding. And on YouTube, as just one example, you could and still can receive strikes and lose your entire platform if you misgender someone like Dylan Mulvaney. That's just one example. If you do not refer to Dylan Mulvaney with the correct pronouns, you will get hit with a strike for hate. Or Biden's former nuclear waste official, remember this individual, Sam Brinton? Yeah, well, the message from social media companies was quite clear. Their lifestyles are not problematic. Our interpretations of their lifestyles are what is actually problematic. So you fast forward 4 years to now, and Donald Trump beats Kamala Harris handily, and suddenly the topic of transgenderism is again being debated. People are wondering, did such speech mandates ultimately help or hurt Kamala's cause? Because there were a ton of them. Fact checkers, the police, the moral police, the feelings police. Did supporting transgendered athletes and women losing out to biological men in sports competitions actually work to bring people over to the Democratic Party? Well, in the immediate wake of the election results, I offered that transgenderism may have been a bridge too far for many moderates, like my sisters, who voted Republican for the very first time. But again, Marc Lamont Hill and I, when we were matched up on Piers Morgan, we just could not find common ground on this assessment. Take a listen. My sisters were on the left, and this is the first election that they voted for Trump. They're from Connecticut, dyed-in-the-wool Democrats, I guess you could say, and they moved away. And the trans issue was the number one reason that they did. Yeah. What they said was happening in the school system made them fearful. They have sons. They thought it was completely crazy and bizarre that they're insisting upon trying to make toddlers. My sisters have toddlers believe that they can be anything that they want and that they're non-binary. They truly believe the left has gone crazy. And they say, I didn't leave the left left me. And that is an accurate statement to make because they cannot just see things that are just so plainly obvious. They are trying to criminalize the idea that a woman is a woman and you can't just become a woman because you feel a certain way on the inside. And the right, like I'm doing right